Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Reef Automation live stream. What's going on, everybody? I've been looking at some of the chat here, and we're gonna go through some stuff, some new stuff. Sensors is the topic today, but we got some housekeeping stuff to go through. So, a couple things. I have some new software that I'm running, and I've been trying to figure it out for the last couple days and to see how it works. And it's going to be interesting to see how it works. So, for those that don't know, we have a new magic word in the chat, and some of you it looks like have already done it. And it's supposed to make it easier for me. That's the plan. So I don't have to type in everybody's name. It's going to be automatic. So if you don't say it and you don't say it properly, you won't be entered into the contest. So just want to kind of give you an idea of how it works. So it's going to be a bot basically that works inside my chat and will make sure that the people that say it properly will be entered automatically. So I was running this the other day and it was working just fine. So far, it does not appear to be working. So give me a moment so I can make sure I can get you guys in here and then we'll get going because I don't see it here working, unfortunately. And I was having some issues with it earlier this week and I started to realize why I was having issues with it. And so we're gonna go over a couple things. A couple things were announced this morning that I'm gonna show you guys, and also I'm gonna show off some new products that are gonna be released soon that you guys might have not seen. So for those that are trying to enter the contest, unfortunately it's not working. So let me see if I can fix it. I was having some issues with it earlier. So for those that are, it'll tell you when the contest is working, by the way, which is really nice about this new software, is when it is working, you guys will know when the contest starts. You'll also know when the contest ends, and you will know if you were entered into the contest as well. It's really quite cool how it works, when it works. So let me make sure I have all my settings correct, so I can make sure you guys get entered into the contest. Otherwise, I'm just going to do it manually as I've been doing every week, which becomes very cumbersome for me. And we have some mods in here, specifically Desert Reef Aquatics, who should be writing all these names down because that's what I believe he should be doing. Because he doesn't do anything otherwise. He just kind of sits around and looks at his little 10 gallon fish tank that he thinks is a reef tank. Let's see. No, it shows it should be working. So let me restart it and hopefully we can get this thing going. Don't be jealous. Yeah, no one's gonna ever be jealous of you, buddy. No one's ever gonna be jealous of you. He's printing coral. All right. That sucks. This thing was working last week. I don't know what the heck's going on. Uh, gotta love technology, right, guys? Let's make sure I'm signed in. I tested this on Wednesday, and I tested it for till about 3 a.m. in the morning, trying to figure out how to get it working. And I had it all working perfectly fine, and I don't know what the heck happened today. So, anyway, let's see. Why isn't this working? I don't want to spend all morning on it. me sign out of this other thing. Let's see. Was there something we were supposed to before the stream? Got a secret word? Yeah, Ryan. I'm trying to get it actually working. I apologize for everybody that's having to sit here and wait for me. Um, I had this all working the other day, and I don't know what happened. And then, of course, the day that I want it to work, it's not working, of course. So, let's see if I can get out of this thing, and then we'll try it again. There we go. Look at that, guys. All right, I figured out what the problem was. Okay, so for those that are new to the channel, we do giveaways every week. And before today, I had to type every single person's name myself. So now you guys are going to be the ones that enter the contest. I am not going to be the one doing it anymore. So if you don't enter the magic word, it will not enter you into the giveaway. And let's see if it's working. Desert Reef Aquatics. You were the only one that, for some reason, it entered. So let me go back to Coral Lovers. I'm doing great. So you see when it works, Desert Reef Aquatics, you have been entered. So he's the only one that's entered, and I know why. So let me cancel it back up and restart it, and we will be ready to go with this, and then we can get going with what we're doing today. I apologize for the delay. I've been working on this to make it easier for myself, and for some reason I screwed up. So let's try it one more time. Sorry, guys. I promise once I get this working, this won't be an issue anymore. Of course, rigged for Desert Reef. It's always rigged for Desert Reef. It's pretty cool. It should automatically do it for the people that are in the stream. I don't know why Desert Reef was the only one that it entered for. There we go. Now it's working, guys. All right, so it'll tell me who's entered on a screen here to my left, and at the end of the session, I will be able to do it. As you guys do it, it'll show you on the screen here as you're entering if you've entered the contest. So what I'm trying to get at is I am not doing this anymore on my own. This is going to be done by a software program. So if you don't see your name pop up on the giveaway when you do this, that means that you either didn't enter it correctly or you did something wrong. But it also shows me how many people have entered. It also shows me who has entered, and it also shows me how long you've been on the stream for. So it's going to be pretty cool how it's going to work. Again, I only give it away if 25 people have entered. So it'll tell me if there's 25 people, and so far we have 22 people that have entered, and it's gonna be really cool. I'm kind of excited about this. It's gonna make things a lot easier for me. So anyway, so let's get started on some things that I'm going to show you. So this morning, the announcement was the Mastertronic is now going to be available pretty soon. Focustronic released some pictures of it, and they released some information about it that was not previously released to the public. Um, so it's going to only test four things at this time. It's going to test your nitrate, it's going to test your phosphate, and it's going to test your magnesium, and it's going to test your calcium. Now, I don't have very specific information about it, but what I do know is it indeed is going to need to use other tests similar to that of the Reef bot. I don't know specifically what tests it's going to use, but from the research that I had this morning, and I'm going to show you guys it as well. I'm finding out that it appears that it's going to need to use hobby grade test kits from what I can tell. Now I have to get some more information on it, and I don't know exactly what's going to happen, if it's going to need something specific that Mastertronic makes, or that Focustronic makes. So I'm going to switch over the screen here so you guys can see this, and I'll kind of explain why I'm a little concerned here. Now again, let me rephrase that. I'm not concerned that it's not going to work. What I'm concerned with is that it's going to be very similar to that in terms of testing as the Reef bot. And let's take a look at the Mastertronic. Now, again, there were pictures released this morning, and like I said, currently it's going to test 4 things. And what I did see, what I'll show you where my little bit of my concern is right here. So what this says is we are using existing reagents from the best kits on the market and do the decision for you which one to use for which parameter. So I don't know what that means. Does that mean we're going to have to buy reagents from old products? I don't know exactly what's going to happen with that. So I'm going to have to find out some more information. But for now, that's what the Focustronic is saying about their product. Okay. So I wanted to show that to you. I wanted to show you some pictures of it. So give me a second of the actual product. And for those that say that they haven't been entered because they haven't been given a notification, like I said, the system does it automatically. Siraj, you're in the system, and Reefing Ravi. I'm not seeing Reefing Ravi. Let me see, just to make sure. If you don't get the notification, then that means you are not in the contest, which means you did not enter it properly. So again, look at everybody else that's doing it and enter it exactly how they're entering it, and you will be entered in the contest. You can't enter multiple times. So again, I'm not going to be getting into this as much because it's all automated. As you know, I like everything automated. So I'm not going to be touching this. So if it doesn't work for you, we'll check it at the end of the stream. I don't want to work on it during the stream. Okay, so let's take a look at the Focustronic. Actually, sorry, let me go back here. And we're going to take a look at the actual Mastertronic. So here it is. So the actual Mastertronic looks like this. I don't know how big it is. It looks quite large. At least it looks quite large from the picture. It also looks like it's going to be a little taller than probably the Alcatronic from what the looks of it. Yeah, Brett, I don't think they're using hobby grade test kits. Like I said, I'm just reading into what I read, and I don't know what they're using. I'm just throwing it out there that it said that they're using existing reagent kits. So I don't know specifically what it's going to do, how it's going to work. I just want to give you guys a heads up of what I read about. That's my only concern, but you know what? Those guys at Focustronic know what they're doing, so I'm not too concerned. But this is what it looks like. Pretty cool. Looks exactly like the Dostronic and the Alcatronic. And someone had mentioned in the stream that it does not test alkalinity. It does not test alkalinity because they already have a device that tests alkalinity. So, so another thing that I can do is this. So Jessica J asks, do you have to get an Alcatronic emitter if you want alkalinity? would take up a lot of room. What a disappointment. So yes, you would have to get a Dosetronic, you would have to get a Alkatronic, and you'd have to get an alkalinity all to work all together, you know? So we'll see. So Brandon, the Alkatronic is very good. I had it for quite a while actually, and I did actually do a video review on it. So if you go on to my videos, you can take a look at it. I did a review on it. It's been a very good piece of equipment for me when I had it. My concern always was is I had to just constantly figure out the reagent, and I had some issues trying to figure out the reagent. So Lee, someone would definitely want this. I want this because it's going to test your PO4 and your NO3. And I've had struggles, unfortunately, with the Reef bot, which of course is going to be his main competitor. And unfortunately, I we'll see. I'm going to try it. I hopefully will be able to test it. I've spoke to the owner, and I want to test it before it comes out. So we will see. All right, so let's get back to me. All right, so I'm going to mention this one more time. We have a new system in place for the giveaway. Today we're giving away a $100 BRS gift card. What's really cool about this new software that I'm using is it does it automatically for me. I don't have to type your names in. I don't even have to pay attention to the chat anymore, and it'll automatically enter you. We already have 43 people entered into the giveaway. It also will tell you when you've been entered. It'll also tell you what the magic word is and what the prize is, which if you look in the chat, it does that. I'll give you an example. So I think it's every 10 minutes, it will pull up the contest. So I'll show you what it looks like. So that'll pull up automatically for you guys. And it'll tell you, like I said, I think it says every 10 minutes, and I'm really happy about this because now I don't have to worry about it. And if you've entered, it'll tell you you've entered, so I don't have to know that you didn't enter. And at the end of the thing, so I don't know if I'm in it. If you got the like mark here, if you got this, that means you got entered into the contest. Okay, so I'm really happy about the new software. I can do all kinds of really cool things with it. So this is gonna be fun. I'm excited to use it. I'm excited to show you guys new things that I can do. And the biggest thing is the giveaway. Now I don't even have to worry about it anymore. Thanks to a couple guys on our group that helped me find this stuff. And you can see I can now zoom into my camera. I got a green screen coming. It's gonna be kind of fun. I'm just learning new things about how to stream. So this is gonna be great. Okay. So yeah, it shows me we got 44 people entered in the contest, so that's really cool. So I will show you guys what it looks like, so I don't, um, I can prove that I'm telling you what I'm saying. So this is what it looks like. It tells me everybody that's been entered. It's really cool. And at the end, I can pick a winner once I close it out, and it also tells me if the people haven't been in there for a long time. If someone leaves, for instance, is there a time limit to enter so when people show up at the last 10 minutes, they're not allowed? Yes. So it does show me, Brian, if someone has left. And that is the greatest part about this. It also lets me re-roll if someone doesn't answer. So we'll get to that. But I just wanted you guys to see it. I'm really excited about it. Um, so let's go over some of the things today. So the big thing I wanted to go over today is Harry's Aquatics. Harry was going to join us today. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it. So this is Harry's Aquatics. Harry's Aquatics makes a bunch of different things. And specifically, I'm going to show you something new that he's making that I think some of you guys don't know about. So I'm going to show you that, and it's really cool. And we're going to talk about sensors, and we're going to talk about breakout boxes, which is specifically what Harry is known for. So I'm going to show you a couple of his new things. And for those that don't know, the best joke about Desert Reef Aquatics gets an extra entry into the giveaway. Anything he says on the chat, just ignore. That is the plan on every chat and every stream. We just ignore everything Desert Reef Aquatics says, just hit ignore. That's the best thing you can do for yourself. So he sells a lot of stuff. He's got a strainer here. Look at this, a strainer for the core. He's got voltage meters for Ecotech battery backups. He's got filter stock silencers. I mean, look at this crazy stuff he sells. Ambient temperature and humidity monitors. And Daniel had a quick question. What if we get kicked out or lose? It's fine. It only tells you if you've been gone for like 30 minutes. Let's see. He's got some grommets. He's got PM optical sensor mounts. And if you guys haven't seen, I did a breakout box video. I did a review of it as well. So let's see. He's got some Trident extension clips, which are pretty cool if those don't have a Trident. He's got a solenoid bracket, which is really cool. He's got mounts. He's got these new terminals for 832s, which are really cool. Lots of cool stuff here that he makes. So really, really, really good stuff. You know, I have the toggle box, as I think some of you already know. So he's got a couple different toggle boxes. It's ingenious, some of the stuff he makes. I really, oh, sorry about that. Really like it. Okay, so let's talk about how these work and what is important here and why we're talking about this. So he uses a toggle box that hooks up into the breakout box connection. So for those that don't have a breakout box at all, or don't have a breakout box connection, some of you might not know that if you have a PM1 or a PM2, you can add additional breakout boxes. And the breakout boxes, what they basically do is they take a connection and they put it together. So think of it like a contact closure. So if you have one wire here and one wire here, you're putting those connections together. So what's nice about the breakout box or the toggle box that Harry makes is he's already done all the connections for you, okay? So he's done a connection inside the box that basically connects everything for you, okay? If you have your own breakout box that Neptune makes, you basically have to make your own sensors. And they have leak sensors and they have optical sensors. They have all different things. Now, there's a big key to knowing the difference between this and a float or an optical sensor made by other companies is the breakout or the optical sensors actually use 4 wires. So they use a connection wire, which is what I was just discussing, but they also use power. So they have a 12 volt, I think, and a ground. So they use 4 wires. That's why you have to use an FMM with anything that you're doing with sensors that are made by Neptune. Flow sensors are a little different. Someone had asked, does any other company make them? So there's a number of companies that make flow sensors, but they don't hook up to the FMM. You have to do some sort of, there has to be some type of device in between that shows you the flow. So talk about the end, that's a toggle box. What does it plug into? So the toggle box plugs into the I/O connection, which I will show you here. Give me 1 second. If we have an apex, we'll just do an EL. So at the bottom of the EL, you have the what's called the I/O port, and that's this guy right here. That's where the breakout box connects to. That's where any of the I/O connections, that's where Harry's toggle box connects to, okay? So as long as you have a new apex, or like I said, a PM1 or PM2, that's where it would go, okay? So he makes custom toggle boxes, Mark. So you can get one from him if you contact him directly. He'll make you a custom one. So we'll go back to toggle boxes here. So really cool. I like the toggle box, but I really wanted to show you Harry's stuff. I wish he was here. Like I said, unfortunately, couldn't make it. So basically, it's pretty cool. Anthony, what does Harry's box look like in Fusion? It's just switches. So it's S1, S2, S3, S4, S5. If you go to my videos and you look at Harry's breakout box review, I explain exactly how to program it and what exactly and how it works. Yes, Coral Lovers asked, want about water leak sensors? Yes, you could buy some water leak sensors on eBay. There are two connections. You can connect them right into the breakout box. You can rename any of the switches, Ravi. You can name them to whatever you want. I just kept them as S1, S2 because I know on this box that this guy here is 1, and then it's 2, and then it's 3. I just know that because when you buy a breakout box, Harry provides instruction booklet with it, which tells you how to program it and how to get it going. So yeah, so that's Harry's Aquatics. He sells, like I said, all kinds of cool stuff. So what I wanted to show you is Harry's new project, which is what I'm really excited for. So take a look what Harry is going to be making. So this right here is, oh boy, there goes the computer. It's all stretched out, but whatever. Okay, so he made an audible alarm that also has colors on it, and you can change the color to whatever you want, and you can also program the color to a specific alarm, which is really cool. So he showed me a couple of these things. So this is Harry's new product that he's going to be coming out with, and it is, yeah, it is an alarm. It does an audible alarm, and you can have it, yeah, you can pretty much have it any color you want, which is really cool. And yeah, I'm excited to see that once he starts producing it. And it's going to be, again, it's going to be a visual, and it's going to be an audible alarm as well, which is really neat. It's going to plug into the 24 volt of the Apex, so I'm really excited about that. Does this Harry guy have a lot of hair? I don't know if Harry has a lot of hair. So Ravi, you just had a good question. Does color mean status? You're going to be able to program that to however you want. Okay, you're going to be able to program whatever color you want to do a specific alarm. And it plugs into the 24 volt, Brian. He hasn't produced them yet. Those are prototypes, but as I wanted to show you, that's going to be pretty neat. It's going to be pretty neat for me because I've been wanting an audible alarm in my bedroom, so when I fall asleep at night, if there's a big alarm like a leak or something really severe, I want it to wake me up. So it's going to have a bright light and it's going to have a nice alarm, which is going to be great. So I'm really excited about it. It does look like a cassette. Someone had mentioned that. Gary, I would try to get a hold of I'd try to get a hold of Harry during via Facebook and ask him. Oh, what's going on, Johnny? Yeah, so producer Reef had a question. You can have a different color for each alarm. There's going to be a control that's going to allow you to change the color based on your alarm using the 0 to 10 volt output. So the 0 to 10 output, if you put it at a certain voltage, is going to produce a different color. So how can we hook up LED strip lights to when a cabinet opens? So there's a number of ways to do this, Lead Stack. I do it with Smart Things, so you can get a Smart Things outlet, and then you can get a sensor as well. So when you open the door, it just there's a sensor, and then it turns on the strip lights. I believe I did a live stream on the Smart Things and how you can use that. And you can also do it just with a breakout box. If you have a breakout box, you can put a sensor, and the sensor will then you can just go to Home Depot and just get a little sensor, a door sensor, like a security door sensor. Then you can hook that up to an outlet on your Apex, and then once the Apex recognizes the magnet has been disconnected, you can have an outlet turn on and off. So there's a number of ways to do that. So Eric, how far away could a sensor be from the? So Eric, what sensor are you asking specifically? Do keep asked what is the website for Harry. I have it in the description of the live stream today, so you can take a look at that. Let's see. Thanks, Streamlabs. Jake asked when are these coming out? I do not know when they are coming out. I just know just wanted you guys to see it. Yes, John had a good question. It uses a number of different colors. So if there's specific colors that you're colorblind to, you can set it to whatever colors will be best for you. You can have it, flash. You can have it just be static. There's gonna be a lot of cool things. I love the Smart Things plug. So I think the Smart Things works easier and it's pretty cheap to do, and you don't have to run any wires. It's all wireless. Don't listen to anything Desert Reef Aquatic says. And he's also texting me, which is wonderful. By the way, if you really want to get on my bad side, just text me and alert me while I'm doing my live streams. Desert Reef Aquatics loves to just text me and alert me and send me stupid pictures. Oh, there he goes again. You know, man, dude, this is why no one likes you. So Fred asks, want to create a breakout box with buttons on my display, however, it's 20 feet away. I have an Octopus ran to the 20 feet. I want to create a breakout box buttons. So you can run his breakout box, the Harry's breakout box. You can cut this wire, and it's only, I believe it's only 6 wires, and you can just splice them, and then you can extend it as far as you want. You know? Yeah, he's always sending me like pictures of himself. I don't know why. Like something's wrong with him. So Hatfield asked, what brand door sensors are the best? Any magnetic sensor you could find on eBay or Amazon, it doesn't matter. Any door magnetic sensor, they're all really cheap and easy to use. This is a good question by Stuart. I was wondering if there's a wireless USB connector bound to enable a link to the module. So Stuart, I actually ran a 120-foot USB cable to my 300-gallon from my 100-gallon system, and it works perfectly fine. They do not make anything. I tried an Ethernet to USB balun, as what you were saying. It did not work with the Apex. So my recommendation is to actually just run a USB. I know it's hard, and they don't make anything wireless at this time that I know of. Um, There's really nothing else that I can think of that would work, unfortunately, other than just getting another, Apex for the other area. Let's see. Would you replace a Neptune leak sensor after it's been triggered? No, there's no reason to. You just clean it off. I've had mine trip multiple times. So I also tried, it's interesting, Ravi, I also tried a print server. So for those that don't know what a print server is, it's a wireless device that allows you to plug in a USB device and then have it on your network. And I tried that as well, and that didn't work because Neptune doesn't let you get into their URL or into their HTML code, so you can't really get that to work. Yeah, I don't know where Devin. He always sleeps late on Saturdays, so he misses the live streams. So I don't know. I go to all his. so so Harry's Aquatics, like I said, that's really a really nice piece of equipment that he sells, and I really love it. Yeah, he sleeps forever. That guy needs to donate an Apex and some components to your giveaway. Desert Reef would never donate anything. You know how much stuff I've given that guy? Coral Lovers asked, I have a couple smart plugs, but they don't work well, losing connection with Apex. What is the best recommended brand? Um, they make these outdoor wireless outlets that are really nice. I'm trying to remember who makes them though, and they're really good at staying connected because they're meant for heat and they're meant for any type of weather, and they work really well. I have them actually in my attic to control my Amazon Echoes in case they get offline. I don't recommend, I just gave away those Amazon plugs, Coral Lover, and I really had good success with those. So I don't know. The Amazon themselves make their own plugs. I am matching the $100 giveaway today. As you're not matching shit, dude. You're not going to give me any money. If I say that he's matching anything, what you guys are going to find out, he's not going to give me the $100, and then I'm going to give you guys $200, and I'm going to be out $100 forever. So don't listen to anything he says. So the real question with this new software is it doesn't tell me how many people are in the stream today. And that's really weird because it's supposed to tell me. It says that we got 12 thumbs up, which is awesome. Yeah, if you guys could give the stream a thumbs up, that would be great. It really helps with my streaming, uh, streaming. I don't know. So yeah, thumbs up really helps. It gives me something at YouTube, and then they see that I'm doing good, and then they give me more perks, and it's pretty cool. Send next week, Desert. Send it to him before the stream. That's a really good idea. Yeah, Jake just brought up a good thing. Reef Dudes did do a DIY YouTube video for leak sensors. So yeah. So the real question is, why doesn't it show me how many people are in the stream? It's supposed to. Oh well, big deal. You guys, I'll look later. Yeah, like Reefy just said, leak sensors are pretty cheap on eBay, and you can get them. So really nice stuff. Thank you, John, for the thumbs up. Appreciate that. So 59 watching. Wow, I think that's our most we've ever had. So that's great, guys. For those that don't know that are watching today, I got the Trident. I got it on Wednesday. I took a picture. It's on Facebook. I have a Trident. It's brand new, sealed, hasn't been touched, and going to be giving that away when we hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. Also, I wanted to mention that I received the little needle guides for the Trident, and I'm going to also be putting these with whoever wins the Trident is going to get a set of these as well. I got a couple of these. I haven't tried them yet. They look pretty simple. A couple people make them. Oh yeah, 1,000. Did I say 100? Yeah, 1,000. Sorry. So we'll see if these work. I'm sure they'll work. I just don't know if if it's going to make any difference, Okay, so the Solvi cans, it says, have you ever tested or tried the GHL controller? So I've explained this in a couple other streams, so I'm going to kind of go over this a little bit. I've tried a lot of things in our hobby. GHL is expensive, similar to Apex, so I haven't found the need to have two monitors or two controllers on my Reef tank. I've had Apex since its inception, so I haven't tried it on my own system. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't like it. That doesn't mean I don't feel any, uh, animosity towards it. But what I can tell you is I know people that have it. I have programmed GHL before for people, and the GHL, while it's a good system, the software, I don't like the software. I don't like how it works. I don't find that it's easy for people that are new to automation, let's say. I feel that Apex has done a better job in their software area. I find that If someone has an issue with their Apex and they contact me, I can get it up and running. Whereas GHL, every GHL that has ever had an issue, I've had issues getting it working sometimes. As I said, their software is kind of someone brought up that it looked kind of like Windows 95, and I agree. They need to bump up their software. But I don't think it's a bad product. I think it's actually a really good product. The Ion Director has had a lot of issues. Eric just was just asking about the Ion Director. They haven't released it because it doesn't work. So when it works, we will see. Reefing with O just had a really good another really good point. It has to connect to a PC, whereas the Apex, is on the cloud. You can update it on the cloud. Um, and Aaron had a good point. GHL would be fun for programming. Yes, I have played with it. It's definitely fun for programming. But again, for newer reefers or people that want to get into automation, it's really not the right thing. Oh, look who it is. But so Harry, I've been talking about you, man, the whole time. I went over all of your new stuff. We were hoping you'd be on, but it's okay. All right, now Coral Lovers has got me going. All right, so I gave away my Seneye last week or the week before. I think Joe Little won the Seneye, so he can let you know how he thinks about the Seneye. Uh, I do not like the Seneye. I haven't done a review on the Seneye. I actually haven't. I don't have it anymore. Um, but the biggest issue with the Seneye is you have to have it connected to a computer at all times. And if you don't want to connect it to a computer, you have to buy this little box, and the box connects to the internet. And unfortunately, that little box is $500. So, is it worth it? Absolutely not. You can get an Apex for $500, and it will do all the same things the Seneye does. The only thing that Seneye does that the Apex does not do is it will do ammonia. So, I don't know how important that is. So, the other problem with the Seneye, there's a lot of problems with the Seneye. The other problems with the Seneye is you got to put these little slides in it, and the slides you have to put in every month, and they're not cheap. They're like $30, I think, a pop, if I recall. So it's not my favorite device, let's say. Fellow Reefer had a good point here. It is a very good power meter, but again, you have to plug it into a computer. So for those that don't have a laptop, it's an absolute nightmare to use. So yeah, Brandon, I didn't want to mention that, but yes, you can make your own little Raspberry Pi, and it's just a pain in the ass. And again, it's unfortunate because it's a good device, but it only measures three things. It's not really a great device for reefing. It really is not. Um, so Keep is asking to Harry. It looks. Do you have more voltmeter for battery backup? I'll have to ask Harry, I guess. Mindstream is completely dead. I don't know anybody that is picking them up. So Reefing said the prices I just quoted are off. So what pricing and am I quoting that is off? Are the slides? I haven't had it for a long time, so I remember buying slides and they were like $30. And I 100% remember the little box was like $500. So unless they've changed the pricing, I apologize, but that's what I recall. So, and Courtney has a good point there. I don't know why people are calling me. Apogee is a better par meter. I 100% agree. Let's see. It's $30. Oh, okay. It's $30 for a 3-pack. So send. Oh, that's not too bad. Seneye web server is $199. They must have changed the price on that. I'm going to look it up right now. I believe you, don't get me wrong. Not knocking it. I just don't think it's a great piece of equipment, Seneye. There it is. It's $500, like I said. Seneye Reef Pack. All right, hold on. I might be looking up something wrong. Oh, they changed it. Look at this. So they have a new device. They have a new device. Here it is. So I'm going to switch over so you guys can see this. So this unit right here, Reefing with O, I appreciate you calling me out. This device right here, the Seneye web server, used to be $500. They changed the price. It's now $280. So there you go. But again, Reefing with O had a good point. If you combine them, you're still looking at $500 for a device, and the Apex can do everything plus more. Um, Not a bad device. I just don't think it's great for a reef tank. I think this is great for for like a freshwater tank or maybe a nano. Like this would be perfect for a nano tank, but for a good coral tank, I just don't think it's the right way to go. That's just my own personal opinion. So anybody could yell at me, but that's what I think. So BRS has done a good video on par meters to compare. Yeah, the Apogee par meter is probably your best out there. I'm interested in a Seneye Coral device. I haven't heard about that. So Do Keep said it's too much for what it does. Uh, I think, like I said, if you add it all up and with all the slides, you got to remember the Apex is going to give you your pH, it's going to give you your temp, it's going to give you, if you want ORP, but it's going to give you really pH and temp for $500, let's say. You're going to get outlets that you can switch if you want. You can just get the base unit if you wanted to, but still, you're talking about $500 for an entire kit that does everything. And the Seneye will do ammonia, will do pH. Again, let's not talk about par right now, but it'll do ammonia, it'll do pH and temperature, and the unit costs I think $100 for that unit, and then you have to get a slide every month for $10. So eventually, it's going to add up to just getting an Apex anyways. You know. Stephen, the site is listed on the description of the video. If you look down, I put it on there. It's interesting you guys mentioned the Seneye. I haven't talked about the Seneye once on my streams, or I haven't done a video on the Seneye. I had it actually. I had it on my jellyfish tank. I got rid of my jellyfish tank. For those that don't know, that's how I met Devin from Reef Dudes, and that's how I started doing all this. Is I bought a I bought a jellyfish tank because I saw Devin's videos, and I was like, oh, this would be cool to have a jellyfish tank on my desk here. And then I bought a Seneye for it. And that's how I started doing, listening to Devin. And then, of course, it turned into this. But yeah, it was great. The Seneye was great for the jellyfish tank. Absolutely. You know, let's see. Love my 5-gallon jellyfish tank. So Reefing with O he really likes the Seneye. Let's see. So anybody have any other questions about today's topic? Like I said, is about sensors. We are giving away a $100 BRS gift card. So with my new software, which I'm excited to use, we have 46 people in the contest right now. Why talk about Seneye when control? Oh boy, now Now you're going to start a fight, Harry. You're going to definitely start a fight talking about Control 4. I don't know if you know who you're talking to right now. Let's see. Howard, love. Oh, you said I love your 5-gallon fish tank. Pisces, you cannot connect your Generation 5 to a WXM. That is correct. Ecotech took that ability away, unfortunately. So, Brian, you have a good question about optical sensors. So, optical sensors, you should not have to replace them. If they're going out on you, then they're probably getting dirty. I know that, Brian, I know you know your stuff, so I'm gonna tell you that I have had one optical sensor go bad on me before, but it was actually not the optical sensor. It was the FMM port that was bad. So it might not be the sensor, it might actually be the port. But again, that's what happened to me. As long as you clean them, you don't keep them close to certain things, they should last. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna tell you that it's it's not a bad optical sensor because I have seen them go bad. So Steven asks, can you add extra cable to an Apex optical for deeper mixing containers? So yes, you can extend any sensor that Apex makes. It's just an electrical connection. The problem with the optical sensors is they're 4 wires, so you're going to have to extend 4 wires. But yes, you can just extend them, just cut them and splice them. If you're not familiar with how to splice things, I can kind of do a video one day on how to splice things. I do it all the time. What sensor besides leak? I think a high and low sensor on your sump would probably be your next best thing to have. I love knowing if my sump was too low or too high. Harry's going to be kicked from the stream pretty soon here. He's starting to become like Desert Reef, which is interesting because Harry was the whole talk of the beginning of the stream, and now he's mentioned Control 4. So now we're mortal enemies. So Brian says it's not doing replace at least 3 or 4. That is really interesting. I haven't had any issues with optical sensors. Let's see. Hit that. If you have money to burn, use a. That's interesting. If you have money to burn, use a Flowline DS14 sonic level sensor. There you go. Brett, I actually don't know the drill bit size. I use a step bit for when I do optical sensors. Reefing Ravi, the 2 wires are for power. They have 4 wires. Oh boy, full Control 4 system. There you go. I would love to see video on splicing of the optical sensors. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I can show you to do that. When I have some time, maybe I'll do a video on that. Let's see. Trying to catch up, guys. Finally, Desert Reef is on my side. Do you have any experience with contactless? Do you have any experience with contactless water sensors? I do actually, Brandon. Trying to remember who makes them. I found them on Amazon and I put them in. I think what you're talking about, if I'm not mistaken, Brandon, is the strips where you put the little strips like on. They look like LEDs and you put them on the wall or something. Is that what you're talking about? Contactless water sensors? I have used them. They work really well. They're very unsightly though. I don't like them and how they look. So that's why I stopped using them. Yes, Mark, that's correct. He did mention the drill bit size on the Let's Talk Reef that I was on this week. I don't remember what the size was, but I use a step bit. Do they sell the high-low odd Auto top-off sensors separate. Yeah, you can buy just the optical sensors themselves. I think they're $30, $25, and you can plug them into an FMM, program them however you like. Someone had a question. Let's see. All right, so we're gonna nip this in the butt right now. So for those that haven't seen my home automation video, because that's what I do for a living, I am a master certified Crestron programmer. I do not work with Control 4. So it's a love-hate relationship that I have with Control 4. Unfortunately, as a Crestron certified programmer, I'm not only not allowed to program Control 4 um, with my contract with Crestron, but I also do not like Control 4. So for those that have Control 4 out there, you guys are awesome. But Control 4, I don't work with Control 4. So, and for those that don't know, I've been in the business for 20 years in the industry of programming home automation. And when Control 4 came out roughly 15 years ago, they had more problems than any company in the automation business. And they actually shut down for a couple of years to refix all of their stuff and then send new things to fix their stuff. And one of the things, and again, I know we're getting off tangent, but one of the things about Control 4 is you cannot program the interfacing. So for those that might have saw my video, I programmed the interfaces. So I love Crestron. It gives me so much more flexibility as a programmer. And I'm just going to leave it at that. So if someone wants to talk about Control 4, we can definitely talk about it. I will run circles around you. No offense. But I just don't like Control 4. Again, as a programmer and a master certified programmer at that, you have to understand that Control 4 is my mortal enemy. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that. Let's see. Yeah, Ron, isn't it awesome? Ron just mentioned, yeah, this contest thing is awesome. I don't have to do anything now. It just does it automatically for me. It tells you when you guys enter, and it also tells you what the prize is. It also tells you how to enter. And I don't have to do anything. So now I don't have to tell you guys 15 times what the prize is, and I don't have to type in all your names anymore. It just does it for me. I just sent you I just sent you $100 on Give me a break. You sent me $100. Hold on. Holy cow! He sent me $100. All right. Well, first of all, you sent me a gift card, so I'm gonna have to give this person this gift card. Is it whatever, dude? All right. So apparently we have to now say to Desert Reef Aquatics, thank you. The prize is now $200 to Bulk Reef Supply. There is a $200 giveaway because of Mr. Desert Reef Aquatics. I cannot believe it, dude. I meant Coral View Control 4. Wait a second. So Coral View has a Control 4 and it's called Control 4? They're going to get sued. Okay, I don't know what this Nightbot is. I'm going to have to delete that. I don't know where this guy came from. I thought I deleted the Nightbot. So I was playing with all kinds of different things. All right. Wow, he sent $100. I'm shocked. So you got to thank Desert Reef, man. All right. So if that's the case, then I'm sure I know what the answer is to this question. But who here wants to have two winners or one winner? Let's see what everyone says. I wonder what you guys are going to say. I don't know if my new software will do two winners. I guess we'll find out. Does that mean that Desert Reef Aquatics cannot win the prize? Is that what I'm finding out? So a calcium radar run by Control 4 is not going to be discussed. All right, I want to look this up. I'm curious. Coral View, Coral View Control 4. Oh, it's Hydros. Okay, so Hydros and the name of the device is called Control 4. Okay, I see. So it's made by Hydros, which is Coral View, and it's called the Control 4. I see. No, I'm talking about the company Control 4. Let's break the bot the first day. Ah, boy, you guys. I love you guys. All right, how do I remove you from the contest? This is going to be very fun to remove you from the contest. I don't know how to. It doesn't let me. But if you win, I'll just respin. Yeah, so I know about that product. I've heard a lot about it. That's too funny, man. What's the code for optical sensors? Reefing Robbie asked. Trying to remember if I did a video on that, but it's pretty simple. I'll type it in the chat here. It's if the sensor, so if your sensor, then if it's closed, that's that's the that's the code for optical sensors. So if an optical sensor has water, I believe it's closed, and then if it doesn't have water, it's open. I get those confused all the time, but that's how you would do that. And Howard, you don't have to keep typing that, buddy. I appreciate it, but you've been entered in the contest a long time ago. So let's see. So we're going on about an hour and 5 minutes here. We got an amazing thing that Aaron or Desert Reef did for us today. I'm shocked that he has $100, but he he put in $100 into the bin. So it sounds like we're just gonna have two winners, is what it sounds like, which is kind of cool. Didn't see that coming. Trust me. I was actually looking at my email as I got the $100 and was like, "This is unbelievable that this guy has $100." It's interesting. This new software doesn't tell me how many people are in the stream, which is fine. I don't doesn't matter to me. I just like having people in and talking. So, but it looks like we have 52 entered into the contest. That's pretty good. Absolutely. Uh, yeah, I need a haircut bad. I got like these sideburns going and all kinds of crazy things going with my hair. All right. Let's see. What else did I want to show you? I think that's about it. Looks like I have to get rid of Nightbot. I don't know where he came from. Charles, I'm going to be selecting the winner very soon here. He must be 3D printing cash. Like, that's crazy. So, um, I'm repeating what I said earlier. Thank you for all the new people. I saw a lot of new people in the chat today. I hope you guys had fun. I love to joke around and just mess around. So thank you for coming on. You have to be a subscriber to win the contest, and if you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, you can't win. If you haven't thumbs up on the stream, I'd appreciate it if you do thumbs up. It helps me. It helps me get more popular with YouTube, and I'm able to put more content out. So it's really important. Kirk had a quick question. Can you use the Bob with the Neptune Classic? You sure can. It has an I/O as well on it. So absolutely. Um, Fellow reefer keep beating me to the punch. I don't know what he's doing. Let's see. You have to be in the stream. I would say 30 minutes is a good number. It tells me on here if you've been here for 2 seconds and then you entered, or if you came on and then entered and then just not going to do that. Because you're a punk ass and no one believes anything you say. So I didn't think I'd see $100. I was really shocked. I mean, I might have to just, I don't know. I might have to come to your house and give you a hug or something. Like, this is crazy. So, let's see. Give away some high-end Zoas. I'm never going to give away any livestock. I don't, I can't ship it, and I don't want to give it away. Now, if you come to my house, maybe during MACNA, maybe I'll give away something. I don't know. But right now, I'm not giving away any corals. Now he kept his word. I'm going to get something 3D printed, and he can be my buddy. Never trust someone with a 3D printer. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to do the contest. This is the first time I've done it this way. It sounds like I got a couple things I need to fix on it, but I'm glad it worked today. I'm glad the new software worked today. I hope you guys liked all the new stuff that I did. I'm going to have a green screen next time, so that'll be pretty cool. So yeah, let's do this. Let me see how to do this. All right, we got 52 people in, and let's see. We're going to give away 2 prizes. I decided. So the first prize, hopefully, lets me do 2. So let's see what happens. So the winner of the first prize is whoever Peter is. Someone named Peter entered the contest. It is possible to show live video. Yeah, of course, I could do that. So Peter, you are our winner, sir, of the first $100 BRS prize. So I need you to contact me on Facebook, and it should tell you, please PM me at the end of the stream to claim it. Look at that. It says, Peter, you won the $100 gift card. Please PM me at the end of the. I have to change that to Facebook. So you're going to have to PM me on Facebook, okay? So it's whoever Peter is. So PM me on Facebook, okay? So now let's see if I can pick another one. All right, ready. This is for the second prize. Oh, it actually worked. Look at that. I can pick 2 winners. So the next winner is Insane Reefer. You are our next winner of the $100 gift card. So again, PM me on Facebook after the stream, and this is who I am. And I'm gonna fix this so that way it shows some stuff, and I'm gonna change some stuff. It's a good first run, but it worked perfectly fine. Look at that. This is awesome. I don't have to do anything anymore. So that makes me happy. I don't have to type all your guys' names in. Do you know how crazy that was? We had like 50 people. I had to type everyone's names in. Holy cow. And then Desert Reef didn't want to do anything. So congratulations to our winners, Peter and Insane Reefer. Again, I want you to PM me on Facebook after the stream. So if you haven't liked the or thumbs up the stream, go ahead and please thumbs up the stream. And if we get, like I said, if we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be giving away a Trident. So let's see if we can get up to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. And if you don't belong to our Facebook group, it's Reef Automation. And I hope everybody had a good time today. As usual, stay safe. Talk to you guys later.